his testimony against Jezebel. Let's begin. The copy of the words of Simeon, what things he spake to his bonds, his sons, before he died, in the 120th year of his life, in the year that Joseph died. For they came to visit him when he was sick, and he strengthened himself and sat up and kissed them and said to them, and at that time I was jealous of Joseph, because our dad loved him, ahabbed him, and I set my mind against him to destroy him. Because the prince of deceit sent forth the spirit of envy, jealousy, and blinded my mind, that I regarded him not as a brother, and spared not Jacob my dad, but his Eloah, his Almighty, and the Eloah of his male ancestors, for when sent forth his angel, his messenger, and delivered him out of my hands. Judah, our brother, sold him to the Ishmaelites. And when Reuben came, he was grieved, for he wanted to have restored him safe to his dad. But I was wroth, angry against Judah, and that he let him go away alive. And for 5 months I continued wrathful, angry against him. But Yahuwah restrained me, and withheld from me all working of my hands. For my right hand was half withered for 7 days. And I knew, my children, that because of Joseph this happened to me. And I repented and wept, and I besought Yahuwah that he would restore my hand unto me, that I might be kept from all pollution and envy, from all folly. For I know that I had devised an evil deed before Yahuwah and Jacob, my dad, on account of Joseph, my brother, in that I envied him. And now, children, take heed of the spirit of deceit and of envy, for envy ruleth over the whole mind of a man, and suffereth him neither to eat, nor to drink, nor to do any right thing. It ever suggested to him to destroy him, that he envieth, and he that is envied ever flourish, but he that envieth fades away. 2 years of days I afflicted my soul with fasting in the reverence of the Almighty, and I learnt that deliverance from envy cometh from the reverence of Yahuwah. If a man flee to the Almighty, the evil spirit runneth away from him, and his mind becometh easy. And henceforth he sympathizes with him whom he envied, and condemneth not those who ahab him, and so ceases from his envy. And my dad asked concerning me, because he saw that I was sad, and I said, I am pained in my liver, for I mourn more than they all, because I was guilty of the selling of Joseph. And when we went down into Egypt, and he bound the ass a spy, I knew that I was suffering justly, and I grieveth not. Now Joseph was a righteous man, and had the Ruach of Yahuwah within him, compassionate and pitiful. He bore no malice against me. Nay, he loved me even as the rest of his brothers. Take heed, therefore, my children, of all jealousy and envy, and walk in singleness of soul, your innermost being, and with a righteous heart, keeping in mind the brother of your father, that Yahuwah may give you also compassion and esteem, and Baruch, a barakah, a special consideration of a gift upon your heads, even as you saw in him. All his days he reproaches us not concerning this thing, but ahabbed us, loved us as his own being, his own soul, and beyond his own sons, his bonds, he esteemed us and gave riches and cattle and fruits freely to us all. Do you then also, my Ahab children, love each other, his brother, with a righteous heart, and remove from you the spirit, the root of envy. For this maketh savage the soul, and destroyeth the body. It turneth his purpose into anger and war, and stirreth up unto blood, and leadeth the mind into frenzy, and suffereth not prudence to act in men. Moreover, it taketh away sleep, and causes tumult in the soul, and trembling of the body. Therefore was Yaaseph fair in appearance. I'm continuing on to another section. I'm reading 80% of the Testament. And righteous to look upon, because there dwelt not in him any wickedness, for in trouble of the root the face declareth. And now, my children, make your hearts right before the Almighty, and your ways straight before men, and you shall find special consideration before Yahuwah the Almighty and men. And take heed not to commit fornication, just as Reuben had said. For fornication is mother of all evils, separating from Yahuwah and bringing near to Belial, the liar. For I have seen it inscribed in the writing of Enoch, Hanok, Nuke, seventh from Adam, that your bond shall be corrupted with fornication, and shall do wrong, against Levi with the sword. But they shall not prevail against Levi, for he shall wage war of Yahuwah, and shall conquer all your hosts. And there shall be a few divided in Levi and Yehuda, and there shall be none of you for sovereignty, even as also my dad Jacob nabad in his Barakah. Behold, I have foretold you all things, that I may be clear from the transgression of your souls, your innermost beings. Now, if you remove from you envy and all your stiff-neckedness, as a rose shall my bones flourish in Yasharel, and as a lily my flesh in Yakub. And my odor shall be as the odor of Libanus, and as cedars shall Kadash ones be multiplied from me forever. And their branches shall stretch afar off. Then shall perish the seed of Canaan, and a remnant shall not be to Amalek, and all the Cappadocians shall perish, and all the Hittites shall be utterly destroyed. Then shall fail the land of Ham, and every people shall perish. Then shall all the earth rest from trouble, and all the world under the Shamayim from war. Now that's wonderful. Then shall Shem be esteemed, because a Yahuwah Aluwa, the mighty one of Yashar'el, shall appear upon earth as man, and save by him Adam. Then shall all the spirits of deceit be given to be trampled underfoot, and men shall rule over the wicked spirits. Then will I arise in gladness, and he's talking about being resurrected. Then I will rise in gladness, and will Baruch the Most High, because of his marvelous works, because Yahuwah have taken a body and eaten with men and rescued men. And now, my children, obey Levi, and Yehuda shall ye be redeemed, and be not lifted up against these two tribes. For them shall arise to you the rescue, the redemption of Yahuwah. For the Almighty shall raise up from Levi as it were a priest, and from Yehuda as it were a ruler, a king, a priest, a Kahan, and a sovereign, a king. Yahuwah and man, so shall he save all the nations and the race of Yashar'al. Therefore I command you all things, in order that you also may command your children, that they may observe them throughout their generations. So his theme was not to envy, not to be covetous of another person's title, and certainly jealousy, envy is ugly in the whorish system. So I thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week.